spit out, Stevie. Fuck y'all. That's my new style. Hey, have a good summer.
So, the saga of the miserable, middle-aged hood rat, aka Corey Holcomb, continues. Let's get it. Now, I would say for probably the past week, I've been getting a bunch of subscribers and a bunch of comments on this old 5150 video I did damn near a year ago, where Ryan Davis was going back and forth with Corey and Precise and Marcus about black people being the minority in America or a minority in America, which was a completely ridiculous debate to begin with, because if you have a modicum of intelligence, common sense, and understanding of demographics in America, you would know that black people are a big minority, but a minority nonetheless, and that white people are the majority. But apparently, Corey Holcomb's Robert Taylor Home public school education didn't take him that far. And I'm not knocking people with a public school education. Not everybody's mother could afford 4 good years of private school like my mother could, but that's beside the point. But apparently Ryan Davis was in LA and he got into it with a fellow comedian named Stevie J, who allegedly is a Crip from Long Beach. And he smacked Ryan, allegedly, and told him to get out of LA. And Ryan, of course, moved back to his hometown of North Carolina. Now, Corey here has taken this opportunity to dump on Ryan, and use it against him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to react to it, and I'm going to break it down like only Zion Amari, Real Spit TV, could do it. And if you don't know how I give it up, don't worry, you'll see.
Oh, y'all don't know me? You'll see.
And I just got to address this before I get into the video. Ryan Davis definitely should have saw this coming. He should have been able to look at the situation with Aries. He should have been able to look at the situation with Zoe, who he was friends with, brothers with, for at least 10 years, worked with him for at least 10 years. And because he had a disagreement with him on air, he publicly disrespected this man. He publicly violated this man. He publicly tried to emasculate this man. So if he would do this to somebody that he's known for at least 10 years, dealt with for at least 10 years, why do you think he wouldn't do it to you? Okay? But I know Ryan probably figured, okay, Corey is an OG of comedy. He's great. It's a good look for me to work with him. It's a good look for me to get on his platform. I can get some extra exposure. I can probably get a little game, for this comedy game from the OG. I'll work with him and I just tiptoe around his crazy ass personality. But Corey's personality, dealing with Corey is like walking on a landmine, right? You're not going to be able to avoid it for too long. You're going to step on one and he's going to explode. And that's exactly what happened with Zoe. That's what happened with Aries. You disagree with this dude and he explodes. Because if he don't have a certain degree of respect for you, like he does with Rizza Islam or, the OGs, or maybe somebody like Kevin Hart who can give him a job. If you can't give him a job, if you need him, if you're under him, or if you're weak, he senses you're weak, he's going to violate you eventually. You will not be able to avoid it. You only can avoid him. You will not be able to avoid conflict with him. Marcus, if you don't keep kissing his ass and you don't keep tiptoeing around his personality, it's going to happen to you too. But let's get it.
Okay, look. So you see that information you got? You hold on to it. We had a nigga come on this show talking about numbers. All that shit y'all new generation read, stop holding that shit up like it's everything. Them numbers don't mean shit when you can get ran out of LA by a nigga smaller than you.
What do numbers have to do with somebody getting ran out of LA by somebody smaller than them? I need an explanation on this, Corey. What do numbers, statistics, facts have to do with Ryan getting ran out of LA, bro? So are black people no longer the minority because Ryan got ran out of LA? See, this must be that Robert Taylor Home public school education logic that Corey is using. Because the last time that I checked, facts are still facts despite what happens to somebody in their personal life. Not sure if you're aware. Let's get it.
I'm that kind of nigga. I put it on blast. When you get ran,
we definitely know you that kind of nigga. Ain't nobody clueless about the fact that you the kind of nigga that will expose people personal business. You did it with Aries. You did it with Zoe. Hell, you even lied on Zoe. So he will not only expose people's personal business, he'll lie on your ass. He did it with Precise by talking about, you know, the substances Precise use and all of that. Every time this dude get into it with somebody, he tries to expose all their personal business. That's what he does. That's who he is. We know you are just like a female who gets into it with her man and she gets butthurt and then she want to get on Facebook and try to embarrass this brother by putting out all his personal business. He homeless. He been living off of me. He been sleeping in his car. He a lot too, like I said. He's you know, with the Skittles crew. He wanted me to stick some up in. Corey is one of them type of dudes. We know. We get it.
Out of a city by a nigga smaller than you, you can't tell me shit no more. You got to whoop somebody's ass in life. You gon'?
If that's the case, then you can't tell us shit no more. Because you talked all that shit about Stephen A. Smith and you didn't do nothing. You admitted that you seen Charles Barkley and you ran to the other side of the airport. So you can't tell us shit no more, Corey. I don't listen to niggas that talk all that rah-rah shit that you talk and then admit to running from a nigga when you see him in the airport who you been talking shit about for months or even years. Stop it. Let's get it.
Get in a fight in life. Why not fight the nigga that's smaller?
If that's the case, why didn't you fight Stephen A. Smith? Because I actually took the liberty to Google this fool's height and weight and compare it to Stephen A. Smith. He got an inch on Stephen A. Smith, and we damn sure know he got a few pounds on Stephen A. Smith. So why didn't your big burly ass fight the smaller guy when you seen him? Why didn't you fight Stephen A. Smith? But you know what you did do? You smiled with a big ass piece of chicken and took a coon portrait. That's what you did when you seen a nigga that you claimed it was on site when you seen him. So stop it, bro. You can't tell us shit either. And I forgot to address this earlier. This fool said, stop holding them numbers up like it's everything. What does that mean, Corey? What does that mean, stop holding the numbers up like that's everything? What do you mean by like it's everything? How do you hold numbers up like it's everything? See, what he's doing is he's exposing the fact that he's still butthurt about Ryan embarrassing his ass with facts. That's why he said, stop holding them numbers up like it's everything. Because he been harboring that shit this whole time. As he said when he got into it with Zoe, you've been letting this linger. I would never let nothing linger. Ryan logically handing him his ass with common sense and facts has been lingering in his weak ass feelings for damn near a whole year. Let's get it.
I know that's your man, but I'm just saying, I talked to him about it. How you let a nigga run you out of LA and say everything but that's what happened?
How did you try to exploit the Aries Spears situation by adding that clip with the punching bag, then going on TMZ, and then when the heat come from it, when Aries tried to sue you, he tried to blame TMZ. If y'all remember, he was talking all that shit about TMZ and Harvey Levin and all of that. He tried to put all the blame on TMZ. How would you publicly disrespected Zoe in front of the whole world, lied on this man, exposed this man's personal business, then you want to blame the chat niggas? It's them chat niggas. They get in your ear. They trying to make us go at it. They trying to make you think I don't fuck with you. Why you say everything but, hey, bro, I disrespected you. My bad. That's my bad. I apologize, brother. Do you forgive me? How you call Rick Ross gay on numerous occasions publicly, and then when the heat come from it, you try to blame this damn white journalist girl and try to create this whole fake narrative that it's a racial conspiracy amongst white people to make two black men go at it. How you do that, my nigga? Since you want to talk about how you say everything but what happened, this nigga is so fake, bro. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Nigga, if you're not a real motherfucker, you gon' hate me.
What is a real motherfucker? Because apparently Corey has a monopoly on what a real motherfucker is. He's the only real nigga on the planet. Let him tell it. But how is Ryan not a real motherfucker when he never acted like he was a tough guy? Ryan never acted like a street nigga. He never acted like he was about that life. He never was like, oh, nigga, do this to me. It's going to be, I'll kill him. I'll put hands on him. I'll do this. Ryan never did that. So how is he not a real motherfucker? A real motherfucker is somebody that lives in their truth. You dig what I'm saying? By the way that they talk, by the way that they act, by the way that they carry themselves, you can predict how they would handle themselves in the situation. And based off of the way that Ryan talked and carry himself, it sounds like he would get smacked and not do nothing about it and get ran out of town. I'm not shocked by this at all. So how is Ryan not real?
If you're the type of motherfucker who hide the truth, hide who you are by talking around it and everything, you're going to hate me. Because I know what happened. Everybody told me what happened. I wasn't there. I didn't even want to believe.
This nigga just said, because I know what happened. I wasn't there. Everybody told me what happened, but I know what happened. This nigga is crazy.
Even at first. I was like, that ain't happened. The numbers, all that shit ain't nothing. Real life is everything. And in real...
Well, actually, those numbers and all that shit, that is something. Because that is real life. The numbers that says that black people are the minority is real life, dumb nigga. What are you talking about? Listen to this dumb nigga logic. Those numbers and all that shit ain't real. That ain't nothing. It's about real life. Okay, 80% of black kids are being raised by single mothers. Those are numbers. Guess what? When you look out in society, in real life, that's exactly what the fuck you see. So what the fuck are you talking about? Woo. Let's get it.
In life, you're going to get hit with situations where you got to handle your business. Even if you take an L.
Why you ain't handle your business with Stephen A. Smith? Even if you took an L, you're talking about it wasn't a time and it wasn't a place to be on no. You said it was on site. You didn't say, oh, if I catch him at the right time in the right place, it's gonna be on site. No, you said it's on site when I see him. Why you ain't handle your business with Charles Barkley when you seen him at the airport? This nigga admitted he ran to the other side of the airport. Stop it. Let's get it.
If you ain't no man, them numbers ain't shit.
What do being a man have to do with numbers? What do you mean if you ain't no man, them numbers ain't shit? The last time that I checked, reality or statistics is still gonna be what they are despite whether you would fight in real life or not. That don't even make logical sense. So reality, numbers, facts change when somebody get punked, when somebody get slapped, when somebody get ran out of town. Explain how that happened. Like, elaborate. I need to understand how black people being the minority, statistically speaking, and based off of observation, how that changed because Ryan Davis got ran out of town. Go. And it's funny how he say, if you get ran out of LA, them numbers don't mean shit. You can't tell me shit if a nigga can run you out of town. This is his tactic. That's what he does. See, that's a very manipulative tactic that not only Corey does, but a lot of black men do that. They look for ways to discredit you. Oh, if such and such and such and such, then you can't tell me shit. If you remember, when he got into it with Zoe, he said, if you ain't paying your own bills or if you ain't doing this, then you can't tell me shit. And because he was saying Zoe should have pulled me to the side and said something in the back. But since you owe me the 20 grand, you can't tell me shit. Go back and watch the tape if you don't remember. Now he's doing the same thing with Ryan. Because Ryan got ran out of LA, now the numbers don't mean shit. What kind of goofy ass Robert Taylor Home public school logic is that? And it's not logical at all. Corey doesn't use logic. He's effeminate. He uses emotion. He operates off of emotion and he cannot control it. If you rubbed him the wrong way, if he don't like you, if he got negative energy for you, he has to express it. Like, he cannot hold it in. He can't. He absolutely has to release it to anybody who will listen in the most vitriolic, negative way possible. He absolutely can't control himself. And this shit is pitiful for somebody his age. Because you got to think, this dude is old enough to be Ryan's father. and he is acting like he's young enough to be Ryan's child. This dude is damn near an AAP card holder. He like 54 years old. You get an AAP card at 55. This nigga is an AAP card member, and he's acting like a 20-year-old. And what's crazy is Ryan never disrespected this dude. Not one time have I ever seen Ryan disrespect this dude. Because I seen the Breakfast Club interview about a week and a half ago. Ryan did not disrespect this dude. All he said, it was like, Corey don't give a damn. He pointed out what I said in my reaction breakdown video to that situation. He said Corey was trying to get him to, well, he didn't say it, but he said, I'm trying to keep these relationships. I'm not trying to have beef with people that I can be working with and making money with, but Corey is toxic. He's miserable, and he wants to sabotage people. So he tried to get Ryan to shoot himself in the foot like he shot himself in the foot 1,000 times. But Ryan is actually wise. Ryan is actually intelligent. Ryan has actual knowledge. So he knows how to move and be diplomatic and cordial with people. Corey don't. And he's peeped it, and he tried to sabotage Ryan because he sees Ryan as young. He's not a natural stand-up comedian. He popped off on social media, but he's taking the craft seriously. He's out here getting his money, and he's flourishing. And Corey does not like to see people flourish like that because he knows he is stuck in quicksand. His career is not going up. It's stagnant. It's going down, if anything, or it's stagnant, but it damn sure ain't going up. He has zero presence on social media, zero presence on IG, TikTok, none of that. And there's a lot of comedians out here capitalizing on it, growing their brand, ingratiating themselves with younger audiences and all of that. Corey is not doing all of that. This nigga don't even have the 5150 show monetized. That shows you how pathetic this nigga is. He's missing so much money because he cannot get out of his own way. And when he sees other people who can stay out of their own way, he wants to sabotage it, especially if you disagree with him with facts. And don't let this situation fool you. It don't matter what happened. Ryan could have did the complete opposite. Corey was gonna say something anyway. Ryan could have beat the brakes off the nigga. If Ryan would have beat the brakes off the nigga, you know what Corey would have said? Oh, Ryan out here fighting niggas? Oh, he tripping. I thought Ryan was smart, but he out here fumbling the bag. He gonna mess around and fumble the bag. And then he talking about, well, if you gonna fight anybody, definitely fight the smaller nigga. If Ryan would have beat the brakes off of that nigga, he'd have been like, well, if you gonna fight somebody your own size. Why you picking on the smaller dude? See, now you trying to be a bully. You gonna beat the little dude nigga up. If you want to impress me, beat somebody your own size or bigger up. That's exactly what Corey would have said. Because this is not about right or wrong. This is not about good decision, bad decision. This is about the fact that Corey has been waiting for 10 months for an opportunity to shit on Ryan. And this is it. Point blank, period. Like I keep saying, effeminate as hell, and this nigga knows it. That's why he talk all of that masculine shit. That's why he tries to be the masculinity police, because he knows he's effeminate as hell. That's also why he has all that rah-rah energy. But as the old saying goes, the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. And Corey is the epitome of that saying. Like, if they have phrases in a dictionary, Corey's picture would be next to the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. But salute to the brother Ryan Davis. Good job for being wise. Good job for being intelligent. Good job for, understanding that, hey, I'm from North Carolina. I am not no street nigga. I'm not gonna act like I'm no street nigga. This nigga is a Crip. First of all, if he would have did something to that dude, he would have definitely got jumped. It ain't no fair fights with gang members. He would have got stomped out, and maybe even worse if he would have did something. And he already ain't the type of dude that's gonna fight. So he made the right decision for him. If you're willing to die, over your ego, over your manhood, more power to you. Every dude ain't willing to do that. And Ryan got a family to take care of. He got at least one kid. You know, he used to have a woman, but he has a family to take care of. He got business. He got things to do. He has goals. He has things he's trying to accomplish. He has things that he's trying to set up. So he ain't got time to be out here fighting, fumbling the bag, or fumbling his life, worried about what people think. You dig what I'm saying? Black men, Ryan is a good example of what black men need to be. Less egotistical, because there's so many brothers in prison and there's so many brothers in the cemetery because they let their ego put them in a situation where they made a horrible decision. Where if they would have just fell back, thought for a second, and said, you know what, this is the best decision to make for my life. Not for this situation, for my life. My life is bigger than this situation. If I'm embarrassed right now because this nigga smacked me, that's cool. I will deal with that embarrassment. These niggas can make all the jokes that they want to make. But guess what? I'm going to go on about my life. I'm going to keep making my money. I'm going to keep booking these shows. I'm going to keep putting out this content. I'm going to keep taking care of my family. And I can respect it. But I'm definitely glad that Corey can't get out of his own way and he can't stop being so goddamn effeminate, because I damn sure have capitalized on it very well. Hell, I damn near got monetized off these 5150 videos alone. So, Corey, I thank you, good brother. Please stay who you are. I definitely enjoy tearing your ass out the frame from time to time and embarrassing you even more than you embarrass yourself. And hell, the Real Spit supporters, they appreciate it too. So shout out to y'all, man. Zion Amari, Real Spit TV. I was
like, Corey, you know you fucked up.